Hey there, it's Natalie Topa, and I'm here at Bamboo U in Bali, Indonesia, just not far from Ubud town. And the course is a design and build immersion course, 11 days, and it's been completely awesome. I might even do the course again, to be honest. There's also an online course, which I'm planning to take, but you can take it before the course as well. But right now we're in the final days of the course where we're just now focusing on practicals, where we've got different teams working on different stations, constructing different things. And so I'm going to walk you through a little bit very quickly. Here's one project which has not been part of our course, but it's part of the work that's being done, which is a hanging egg. That will be something you can sit inside of and swing around, maybe potentially, if made larger, even sleeping in. Here we're working on a template to make I'll show you. We've pegged out a template of string to make this model here. So this is a post and beam structure that we're making this frame right here and this, and then another team is focusing on this. So we're making 1, 2, 3, 4 frames in the next few days. And this is essentially the section elevation view. And we started doing a lot of calculations, but realized that sometimes you just gotta work with what makes sense, and working with irregular materials, you don't have to obsess about mathematical calculations. It just needs to fit together and be secure and sturdy and level. And here's our tool station. Hi, Benny. Hi. So here we have a string template, and that is the basis for the posts that are coming up, and the beams. So those will be things that we snap together once we erect them, not here, but in another place that we'll carry them to. This is the template for another section of the structure. And then here we've got, this was a grid. This was mapped out with a grid of strings in order to peg this bending split section into. So basically, these are bamboo splits, which are slices essentially, and they were tied together, epoxied together, glued together, bound together with tire rubber, and then pegged into this curving shape. And so there'll be 4 separate arches. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Those are 4 separate arches that will be integrated into a structure. And then here we are in our beautiful Bamboo U hall, which is a shipping container down below here. Below this floor is a shipping container, and they've made this gorgeous roof with a hyperbolic grid pattern structure, which is absolutely gorgeous. So another station is the carpentry and furniture station. So here's Helen, who's designing some furniture. Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
Kevin, how's it going? Here's some of the models that we've been making the last few days. So down here in the carpentry station, people are working with this amazing gentleman called Dennis, and he's a bamboo furniture designer, artist, expert builder, carpenter. Makes really beautiful pieces. This is one of his stools. Quite high-end, very refined designs. So there are people who are doing that with him. And then here's some of the models that we've been making. And here, this is quite exciting. This is the bamboo bending section. So this is the bending team led by Jorg Stam, who is that guy, world-renowned bamboo designer, builder. Yeah. So here, this is very interesting. This is actually history in the making, because what they're doing here is filling the bamboos. They're piercing them with rebar up until the last node, keeping the last node not pierced, filling it with torched sand, dried out sand. So they hoist the tall beams up here, and then here's sand, which is drying. That sand is then poured into, they hoist the bamboo here and pour it down into the tube, the inner part of the bamboo. And the reason they're doing that is because they want to heat the bamboo and make sure that it's heating evenly. And the only way to do that is to ensure that there's sand inside, and that can distribute the heat evenly from within. Otherwise, you can have cracking and other structural compromises to the bamboo. So what they're doing now is, once the tube is filled with sand, they have these gas tanks. They're wetting it. They continue to wet it, and blow torch it. So they're using trying to create a steam and heat up until I think about 170 degrees. And at that point, that's when the lignins start to break down and make the whole structure more malleable, and you can twist it. And so this was the one they had done earlier, and you can see that we've got it. This bamboo is tied to this tree, and they have different ropes and pulleys that they were using earlier to twist and bend them. So right now they're just experimenting with this technique of the heat bending, using sand inside and applied heat. And as it hits a certain heat point, that's when it really becomes soft, and you can bend it much more easily. So here's another thing that they're doing as well. They're with the fjord creating another grid, and then that would be used to arch more bamboos as well. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing with that, but here's another method as well, trying to do a heat bending with this heat application. So I think Brian is there rotating and grilling it, again, to sort of melt down and soften the lignins in order to be able to twist the fibers and bend the pole. So lots of stuff going on. You can see some of the really other gorgeous little structures. That's a swimming pond, and you can see over there, that's the Princess Tower. It's hard to see obviously through these trees, but just such a gorgeous structure. And as I said, this is a shipping container. And I love this, the planks of split bamboos that they've made here. So these are splits of bamboo that are then pierced and drilled through, and then they have pins. Let's see if I can see the pins. Can't really see very well, but anyway, they're held together through pins. They're threaded through pins this way, and everything is just bamboo. There's another workshop also made of bamboo. People doing things in there. So very exciting, very fun, super inspirational, tons of knowledge transfer, skills transfer. Yeah, it's just been absolutely wonderful. I would definitely recommend this course to anyone who's interested in bamboo, which should be everyone, because it is a highly regenerative grass, and it can take only 4 years for a grandmother bamboo to mature, a great grandmother to be harvested. And that was one of the major takeaways for me from this course, is the issue of clump management, how to identify the different poles within a rhizomial family, within a clump, and how to ensure that you're not damaging or compromising any of the younger poles, because then they will not be structurally sound. So I think here they're still piercing and getting that sand inside. So very exciting stuff. And now I need to get back to my team up there, looking at the big template for the post and beam structure. See, bamboo stand. Thanks.